Alright, YouTube, welcome back. I am your captain and your host, the Flying Moose. And we're here again on a Saturday, and we're here at Bradley, Windsor Locks Airport, and the airport that serves Hartford. It's actually just outside of Hartford, Connecticut, but it's Hartford's airport. So if you want to fly to Hartford, this is the airport you got to fly into. And we are going to be taking the TFDI Boeing 717, also known originally as the MD-95. It's very much a modern version of the DC-9, basically, is what this guy is. So, this is only our third stream with this aircraft, maybe? Third or fourth, something like that. Remember we flew to Atlanta, and I flew it somewhere else. And I think that's the only two I've done besides this one we're about to do. So, hopefully we'll get better and better at this one, but yes, so anyway, NightBot has been updated to have the new route. I noticed someone tried to do the route thing like right as the stream started, and I hadn't updated the route yet because I was still building it. So if you saw the route that said 737, that was yesterday's route. NightBot has the new route, so if you do it now, you should get our current route. We're going to Detroit Metro Wayne Airport, or Detroit Wayne Metro, it's something like that. I don't remember exactly, but here comes our caterer. So yeah, Baxter Cat will pull that up here in just a second, as that should show from NightBot. We'll see if that happens. There it goes. Look at that. So okay, so we're gonna be flight level 320 today, and there's our route. So let me go ahead and look at chat here and see who we've got. Got to say hello to everybody. So JBob18 looks like you were the first one here, at least to show up in my chat anyway. Blue Crayon, how's it going? Yeah, well, you could have been here an hour ago, but we were streaming an hour ago, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see, Gemini Jets is here, Tornado Alley's here, King Poet, how's it going, man? Frank Vander Crikey? Is I say that right? I don't know. Kyle's here, Justin Spurgeon, Christian Cabellos, let's see, King Kyle, that's okay. Sebastian Arnillis, Cloud Surfer, and Baxter Cat, of course, is here now. Afrancon is here. Nicholas Hughes. Nicholas, I'll answer your question in just a second. I may have already kind of answered it, but I'll do it again. Let's see. Poop fried chicken. That sounds disgusting, but he's here. Tyson Harris is here. We're not doing a barrel roll. Let's see. Obviously, the NightBot is here. Whoops. Let's just jump down on me. Aprile Steiner. I think I already said your name, but you're here. Gravity 1 is here. And I think that catches me up. Justin's here. Sorry, I don't want to mix you. And Phoenix Azure Gaming is here. How's it going, man? Welcome aboard. Karma's here. Oh, good. We got Karma. That's good. For all you Eastern philosophy people. Okay. So let's get underway. First of all, I do want to answer Nicholas Hughes' question. He asked, the 717 is very similar to the MD-82. Why? And well, the answer to that is the MD-80 series is really kind of a stretch version of the DC-9, which is the oldest, the older version. And so this one takes less fuel. Obviously, it can hold a few less people because of that. But it's got brand new engines, it's got brand new avionics. It's basically a modern version of the DC-9. It's kind of like taking the 737-900 and comparing it to the 737-200 and saying, why? Well, because you got to update it because there's still a market for it. But if it's not efficient, then people aren't going to fly it. So that's what's going on here. So anyway, that's hopefully it answers your question, Nicholas, and it gets you. RAR Rules 15, how's it going? Most of the pieces. 2 is more like the MD-82, but yeah, it's the MD-80 series is really they're really all pretty much stretch versions of the DC-9. This is probably not as close as you're going to get to the DC-9 without getting a DC-9 itself. As I walk into Juan's, wow, Juan's got, that's a fat tow vehicle for this guy. Man, Juan, sheesh, like gangbusters over here. Not messing around today. Better do a good job with that thing. It's a lot of power. But yeah, this is pretty much, I mean, and again, ultimately they look very similar to the MD-80 series, the DC-9. The way you can always distinguish the 717, by the way, just a little tip, look at the engine. You see this really kind of obviously big, fat, and kind of tail cone on the engine here? the 717 is the only guy that has the engine looking like that. It's a larger engine, and it's got that kind of duller color, grayish, whatever on the end of it that won't be painted. That's how you can tell the difference. So if you're ever at airport spotting and you see this guy come in, you can tell it's not an MD-80 anything. It's a Boeing 717. A Boeing, as I say that funny, Boeing 717 because of that. So hopefully that helps. All right, let's get underway. Yeah, I've never flown on a 717. I've flown on an MD-90, which is not the same thing. This is the MD-95. Boeing bought out McDonnell Douglas, or merged with them, whatever you want to call it. And at that time, they renamed it the Boeing 717. So, anywho, the Cloudmaster, you're referring to the DC-6. I do, and I'm learning it. So you won't see it until I know something about it, because it's hard to learn something while talking to you fine people. Not that I don't like you people, but it's very difficult to learn while doing that. So I want to know it, and then I will bring it to you guys, and we'll fly it. That will be in Prepared, because I bought it for Prepared, and that's the first aircraft I bought for Prepared. And so I'm getting that up to snuff and learning the DC-6 all at the same time. I do prefer the 747-400. I really prefer the 747-8 at this point, because it's got the nice fancy new engines. But I don't have a 747-8, so but yeah. Anywho. Cargo Flyer, how's it going, man? So yeah, you'll notice I added a new NightBot option too. Is called Where is Moose? And so if you type that in, I think Baxter Cat just did that a second ago. It'll tell you exactly where to find me in the real world. I mean, not like down to the address or anything, because that's weird. But yeah, you can try doing those all the time. I have to create these, so it doesn't really do anything if you just type in random things. I have to manually enter those in. So anyway. I can tell you, King Poet lives in Visalia. Roger Jose Sauls, not really. We just started. I'm just getting ready to do the walk around here, and so we're going to do that right now. So, walk around. We've got external power plugged in. We've got our angle attack indicator there, and our pitot tubes up on top. I think there are 3 of them. Yes, there are. And looking at our nose gear, we've got good-looking tires and good-looking taxi lights. The ground crew will have already tested the lights. That's something they do, so we're just making sure everything looks okay on a general inspection. Doors are shut there. The nose cone, radome looks good. The caterers, I think, are done. Oh, no, they're not. They never started because I didn't open that door. Phooey. Okay, well, I'm not going back to the cockpit to do that right now, so you can wait. Let's see. We're going to go around Gate Gourmet. It's away from Moose. All right, and we come around here. We got our static ports down here at the bottom. By the way, for those of you that aren't familiar with aviation, there's a little hidden light here right too. Those of you that aren't familiar with aviation avionics and how they work, the pitot tubes are ram air tubes. As air flows into those things, it creates a pressure in the tube, and that's what determines the aircraft speed, because obviously you can't have a speedometer connected to the wheels. Once the wheels come off the ground, how would you tell speed? So those are what the pitot tubes do. Those are those guys in the front of the nose that we just saw a second ago. How we tell how high the aircraft is in combination with these static ports. These static ports don't measure airspeed, they measure the relative pressure outside the airplane, and based on the pressure altimeter setting we set the default, the standard pressure to, the difference tells the airplane how high we are, because as you go higher, the pressure decreases in a mathematical way. The leading edge of the wing looks good here, and I thought I turned those on, but I don't. This appears to be on. It's interesting. I'll have to check on that. The nav lights are supposed to be on. I could have sworn I turned them on. Maybe I turned them off and thought I was turning them on. I don't know. We'll find out. All right, and the trailing edge of the wing. Is that on? That's on. Interesting, I think. Oh yeah, that's the logo light. That's why. So yeah, that's on. Why isn't that? Better not be your version of on, because that's sad. Anyway, the trailing edge of the wing looks good. Very shiny. I love it. The right main and tire strut, no leaks, everything looks good there. We got our big old engine right here. I don't know off my top of my head who makes this engine, and it doesn't say on the side, so I'm not sure if this is a Pratt, if this is a GE, if it's a Rolls. I just have no idea. I don't think Rolls makes these engines, but I could be wrong. You never know. This, actually, this design here inside the exhaust cone looks very similar to Rolls-Royce's, so It might be a Rolls. Who knows? I believe that is the exhaust there for the APU, which is not running at the moment. Tail and this is a T-tail aircraft, so little again pro tip: never get low and slow in T-tail aircrafts, because as you get low and slow, you tend to have to pitch the nose up. And as you pitch the nose up, you duck this guy down further into the wing wash, and it becomes harder and harder to recover from a low and slow stall. So that's just a little thing for T-tails. Plus, there's a lot more weight on the tail too because of the giant engines that are back here. So anyway, left main tires look good. The wing looks very nice, very fancy, very nice. And this light is clearly off as well, I'm guessing, so we'll have to check on those navs. The trailing edge of the wing the leading edge of the wing looks good, and we got our static ports over here. Alrighty, let's head up. We can do this today because we don't have a jetway. Now, there are jetways at Windsor Locks, but apparently FSX decided not to simulate them. So maybe in 2006 there were not jetways, I don't know. Let's go into the aircraft and get into the cockpit. And there we go. Alright, now, we'll look back over at chat for a second and see what I've missed, 'cause I'm sure there's something going on. I don't know why he was banned. Who was banned? Yeah, so I'm still learning Instagram and realizing I couldn't find out how to post something without a picture, which I'm not just going to take random pictures of crap to post something. So, yeah, sorry about that, but I'll get better at that. But for right now, oh, Raptor, that's right, you're in DTW. So yeah, we're heading your way. So awesome, thank you for throwing that extra steak in the grill. I hope that six-pack is Mountain Dew, because I don't drink beer. But I'll drink all the Mountain Dew you got. Flying K-Boss. Very possibly. Very possibly, Cargo Flyer. Depends on what I'm doing. Okay. So, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, don't piss off the NightBot. Don't antagonize the NightBot. He is here to help. How do you type italics? I don't know. Alright, you've been here for quite a while, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Because I'm a benevolent moose. Benevolent? Benevolent? I don't know. Okay. Flight Sweden's the time of the game. Yes, we are. In fact, next weekend, the plan, as of right now, is Saturday to fly to England from John F. Kennedy, from New York. And that will get us to Europe. And then we will start bombing around Europe. And that will take us to Sweden, to Norway, to Germany, to France, to Italy, to all over the place. To Spain, to sunny Middle East areas where it's very sandy and hot. Have you did the INSs? No, not yet. I have not done anything. I just got in the cockpit. All I did was turn it on. So that's all we've done so far. Okay. Now, let me look at the... yeah, nav lights are supposed to be on. See, that's off. I call foul. That's the worst on I've ever seen. Okay, well, whatever. Maybe once we get real power on the plane, then that'll change. I don't know. Alright, so let's turn our nav systems on here. And let's see. There's a couple of tests we want to do before we do anything else, and I need to find out what those are. They're over here on my tablet. And let's see here. Not that. Oh, but we do, while we're doing that, we do need to open the door for the caterer, so... Oh, whoops. Nope, I closed the cargo door and set it up. There we go. Okay. No, I need you to open for the cargo people. Alright, there we go. And we'll go ahead and open the door for the... Actually, it says it's already... Oh, no, I just closed it. I'm looking at these thinking to open, click this, but it's telling me what the current state is, and it's throwing me off. Okay. So that is opened. That is, these are on, yeah, okay, gotcha. Real chocks codes, okay. So, man. Documents. The worst document to read in the world, but if you zoom way the snot in, then you can actually see something. I tried to find this file on my computer, and I have not found it yet. Okay, so we need to test the hydraulic system, which to do that... Art thou going to Switzerland? Thou art. Yes, eventually. We'll definitely probably hit Zurich and, what's that other fancy one in Switzerland? Innsbruck. Yeah, we can't not go to Innsbruck when we're in Europe. I mean, come on. So, okay. Right. Yo-yo, cat moose. Hey, Ronnie, how's it going, man? Okay. Okay. Lip smack. Cozy, kind of. You don't seem that familiar to me, but it may just be because you only own 1 or 2 streams. So the more you're here, the more I'll remember you. Little pro tip: if you keep asking me, "Do you remember me?" It doesn't. It's kind of odd. I mean, let me just say. First of all, there's going to be a billion of you eventually, hopefully. I mean, right now there's, what are we at? 1,800 subscribers. So I do recognize most of your names from just the name and seeing, going, oh yeah, hey, I remember that name, because I see you and I interact with you on chat. If I don't ever interact with you on chat, I probably will not remember you. So just know that. Okay. Anyway, moving on. The more you know. Alright, so for this we need to turn the, let's see, I think we turn the aux pump on and we turn the trans pump on, and I believe we check down here in the, somewhere down here is the hydraulic, and we need to check and see that we have at least, there's like 25 or something like that here. Let me pull up my cheat sheet. Where's my cheat sheet when I need it? No, not that. Not that. Hydraulic, yeah, aux pump on. Dan, how are you? Thanks for subscribing. Welcome aboard, sir. Verify you have 2,800 PSI or more. So we have 2,800 on the one side, and we have 3,000 on the other. So we are good. So that completes the hydraulic system test. And we have to... It's Christmas. All right. Turn off the aux pump and the trans pump. Okay, now we have to do the the EGPWS test, which is the Electronic Ground Proximity Warning System test. That's a mouthful. Let's see. I think this looks like it right here. Blue Puppy Kid 7, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard. Oops, that's...
Glide slope.
There we
go. Pull up. Terrain. Pull up. Sink rate. Pull up. Terrain. Don't sink. Too low, gear. Too low, flaps. Too low, terrain. Glide slope. Bank angle. Too low, terrain. Caution, terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
Alright, that completes the test. Hey guys, I'm only going to make like 1 or 2 people a moderator a stream, so so once I've already done that a few times, then you can stop asking, because I'm not just going to make everyone a mod. Yeah, I know there's a lot of you here that probably could be and have been around enough to be, but just because you could be and can be doesn't mean you are going to be. I don't want everyone to be a mod. That's just ridiculous. So I dole it out as I see things happening that I wish. So anyway, all that to say, Juan is outside in his seriously large tow vehicle. That monstrosity for this tiny plane. I mean, my gosh. Juan's really stepping up his game today. So anyway, all right. So that concludes the EGPWS test, the Echo Golf Papa Whiskey Sierra test. All right, for the emergency power test, what's the next one? We have to verify left and right fuel valves are off, which they are. We need to set the emergency power to arm, which is over here. Emergency power, where are you at? To arm. And then we need to see a emergency power test right there, where we're going to make sure that doesn't say fail. And then eventually that test will go away. If it says failed, then it's probably, okay, so we're good. And then we just leave that in the arm position. So that's done. Wing ice detection test. Push wing ice detection to test and release. So the wing ice detection is over here. Wing ice test. There we go. And release. And that's supposed to do something? Oh. Detect pass. There we go. Wing ice detect pass. So we're good there. Gear warning test. Unlock the gear handle, which is done thusly. No. There we go. And we see the red lights there. Verify gear enunciator is now red, and lock the gear handle back down. Boom. And back to green. Gear test complete. Stabilizer trim test. Open the config SD display. That's the ND display. That's the... Now, what's the SD display? Open the config SD. Isn't it just that? I think it is, because that's there. Verify yoke trim, move stabilizer trim. Yeah, okay. So, yoke trim is moving it. Good deal. Go back to 0. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Enable the stab trim inhibit, which is right here. And verify yoke trim does not move stabilizer, so click. Nothing happens. And verify alt long trim can still move the stabilizer trim. So that's over here. So let me get the screen so I can see both. And that moves the stab trim. Go back to 0. There we go. Alright, we'll turn inhibit off. And that's a good test. Transponder TCAS test. Push TCAS mode to test. Where is TCAS mode? Nope. Nope. Push TCAS mode to... Oh, there's test. There we go. I don't see anything happening, but okay. PFD and ND. I don't see any TCAS elements on the PFD or ND. What is this? Shouldn't that be happening right now? Alright, we'll try that. We'll come back to that test, because maybe we have to have other things opened up. So, an observer, let's see, oxygen mask testing, which is over here. That's a good test. Let's go check the co-pilots. Alright. And we got a good test. And so those are our pre-flight tests that we have to do. So, okay. Not commands for this channel are available. Yeah, the commands for this channel are also available in the description, video description. If you don't see it there, then they don't exist, because I have to create them. So, anyway. No, Baxter Cat's been here for quite a while. And he's been providing some good support for things as well, so that's why he became a moderator. Okay, anywho. KSAM2, hello. Welcome to the stream. Right. Electric Ice, hey. No, you did not miss pushback. Juan's right over there getting ready to push us back when we are ready to go. So, did they finish loading us up? I'm assuming they must have, because we opened the door. So, let's go. If I do that, will it... Yeah, that's lame. Okay. Let's close those doors. Or close the door. Singular. See if he goes away. Yes, he does. Good. Okay. Excellent. And with that, we can start boarding once he goes away. Awesome, MC guy. How's it going, man? Do not provoke the NightBot. Alright. Okay. Anyway. Let's see. Pre-flight inspection here. So interior, oh, we already did the exterior inspection, so that's fine. We already did that. Oxygen mask, we already did that. Voice recorder. Where is the voice recorder? Up here. Test. And it's a good test. Excellent. Cargo smoke, which is over here. Cargo smoke test.
Cargo smoke.
Excellent. You should not smoke in the cargo, so you know. Alright. Air conditioning panel can be found in the middle section. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Air panel using an air source. Set the ISO valve to open, which it is. Select the left impact pipes to on, which is, no, it's not on, it's auto, but okay. Alright, if you're not using the air source. Alright, so that's fine. So that's correct now. Ice protection panel. Well, it's not. So we don't need wing ice or anti-ice, so that can all stay where it is. And then after start, we will select the windshield anti-ice to on at that time. That'll be the window heats, basically. Alright. All planes actually require a lot of tests. It's just most people choose not to do them. And let's see here. Indication of structural. No, it's not. Blah, 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 blah. Enunciator lights. Okay, light test button. Right lower section of the overhead panel. Enunciator light test is where? Somewhere. Oh, there you are. Alright, so we're checking our lights. Make sure our panel lights are all working. Checking around. Make sure that seat is working. Good. Okay. Wonderful. Cancel the enunciator light test. And we've checked all that. Blah, 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 blah. Passenger signs are somewhere in this vicinity. Seatbelts. Oh, it's already on. Okay. Seatbelt no smoke is on. Good. So that's ready. Flight control panel. There's not really anything we need to do here yet because we don't have our flight plan loaded up. And here come the people. Flight navigation instruments. Align the IRSs, and then we need to finish the align process, we have to go down here. FMC. Let's see. We have the current. Yes, we do. Good. And we're going from KBDL to KDTW. Wonderful. I'm going to initialize the IRS. Our alternate today is KORD, which is O'Hare in Chicago. Click on the D. There you go. Huzzah. And let's see what else we got here. Flight number is Delta DAL 744, which is an actual flight that leaves Bradley in the 717, so to DTW. So what do you know? I said go. There we go. Cruise level is 320 today. And I'll get this in a second from my weather, but I don't like to go right now. 80. Actually, let's get that from the weather right now. So according to the weather brief, let's see here. Average winds aloft is, what do they want? They want the temp and the wind. Okay, so the temp is minus 38. So minus 38 slash, and it's a headwind component of 30. Or roughly 30. That did nothing. 30, do I have to do like plus 30 maybe? What are you wanting there? 30 plus. Let's try this. Headwind 30. I think it would tell me if there's a problem, but it's not. 30H. If that doesn't work, I'm giving up. Okay, I'm giving up. I don't know what's going on there. Alright, whatever. That's annoying. Why? Storing RPGs in the overhead bin? I don't think so. Okay. Guys, what did I tell you about asking? What did I tell you about asking? It's not gonna make me, not gonna help. Alright. So yes, I don't know what's up with that. That's weird. Component, yeah, whatever, okay. Well, grr. Okay, so I'm gonna move over here, and we need to get our weights and balances, which our gross weight today is 11.8. Or 111.8, sorry. Actually, no, let's not do it that way. Let's do it as zero fuel, because our fuel today is 16,200. So actually, you know what? It's probably going to give me it over here. Now that I think about it. This would probably be a better place to do this at. Status, there we go. Zero fuel weight, 91.4. Let me make sure that jives with what I think it should be, because if it doesn't, then we have problems. Stand by while I do some calculations. 11832 minus 16200. No, that is incorrect. It says my gross weight is 107. Did you not send this to the thing? Send payload to sim. Send fuel to sim. Okay, now our gross weight's correct, but our zero fuel weight... Oh, no, zero fuel weight just changed. 95.6. There we go, okay. So just hadn't sent it. Good deal. And I just put it away and I didn't make a mental note. That was dumb. 95.6, that's what I want. Oh, goodness. 95.6. Zero fuel weight. And there we go. Our block fuel is 16.2. That is correct. I think it's a takeoff weight of 111.3. Okay. All right, and then our... I should have looked at the CG while I was there too. Well, this... interesting. 23.0. Sweet. Okay, good. 23.0. Bloop. And I believe that will give us a calculation for our takeoff one, I believe, up there. At least that's what the MD-11 does. Carlos, you were just here yesterday. Of course, how you think my memory's that bad? Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I remember bunk beds. Good old days. Hot airplane, how's it going, man? Maybe not. Alright. I'm going to leave takeoff CG for now, and we'll see if it shows up eventually. Maybe it just takes a while. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, let's go look at the flight plan here. From BDL, we're planning to take off on runway 24. There's not really a SID here. The Bradley 2 is basically just fly to your waypoint, which is CTR, I think it is based. So I'm not really going to worry about the actual SID because it's just going to be vectors anyway. It doesn't really matter. So we're going to insert... well, might as well do the Bradley. Yes, there's no transition from the Bradley 2, so insert that. Yeah, it's just vector. And then we have our flight plan. Just bring up on SimBrief, which you all can see if you do the NightBot command. But our next waypoint is CTR, which I think is Chester. Not of the molester persuasion, hopefully. CTR. And... Oops. Stupid discontinuity in there. Okay, well, I guess because it's from vector, I'll have to just move that up, I guess, at the time. Alright, so CTR, and then... Or were we supposed to do it that way? Oh, we were. That's why. Okay. I always forget on some of these how you're supposed to do them. Can I clear that? Yeah. Vector... CTR. Well, you don't fly the airplane. No, it still did it anyway. Okay, screw it. All right. All right. Okay. CTR. Next is CAM. CAM. And that would be our waypoint there. Following CAM is going to be Q822, which is an airway. Q822. Via that to GONZZ. GONZZ. They're one letter away from making it Gonzo. That would have been great. Oh well. What's happening? Oh no. Oh good. Okay. Whew, that was close. Thought we were gonna crash. And then we're gonna insert that. Oh puppy, look at that. Okay. From Gons, we're going to Buff, which I'm assuming is Buffalo. B-U-F. Oh. Well, these are the same thing, except one has a frequency and one doesn't. So I'm going to go with the one with the frequency. It's weird. It's like one's a fix. Alright. Yes, I did get my car sold. Sold it on Wednesday night. So it is no longer here. I'm down to my one car. And I'm free of the Saturn. Oh, excuse me. Yawning. Alright. I need some Mountain Dew. Alright. From here, we are going to a star, which is the Spica 2. And the transition is buff. And for our arrival into Detroit, let's take a look at the weather real quick for that. Our expected weather, anyway, is 300 to 11 knots. So we need to look at our map for Detroit, which I did not pull up yet, so this may take a minute. KDTW. It's got to download. So while it's happening, I'll look at chat and see what's going on. How do I make my subscriptions in private? You just go to your settings in YouTube, and there should be an option in there to make them public or not. Surcity? What? What? Guy, what? I don't understand what you're talking about. It's okay if I bring on board 4 assault rifles. They're bulletproof because it's loaded, though. It's okay if you bring them in the baggage compartment, but according to TSA regulations, they may not be in the cabin. Loaded or unloaded, sorry. Alright. Oh, I even read it as car sold. I didn't even see it said call. Yeah, about an hour and 30 minutes, actually, is probably closer to reality. I mean, once we're in the air. Let's see here. Airport. No. That one. There we go. Alright, we got runways all day. So 300 was our wind heading. And it looks like the closest to that is going to be runway 27. So I think that's what we're going to be aiming for. Probably 27 right. That's right close to the terminal. So that would be perfect for us. So let's assume 27. Once I find it. 27 right. And let's look then at the map for 27 right and see which transition we should be using. Fun part of flight planning. Okay. So it looks like the final approach course. Wait. Oh, no, you're not asking for a transition for that. I just thought it was stars. So I guess that's good to go. Okay. Oh, there it is. Transition ferns. And that's the one I want anyway. So, perfect. What just happened? I think I screwed the pooch. Yes, it did. Dang it. I hit the wrong button. No. No, 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 no. Back. Back, I say. Stop moving around. Star. Select. Yes, good. Okay. Insert that. Yes, that's what I want. Did you insert it? I feel like you're not inserting it. Oh, no, there it is. We're just repeating. This is nice and confusing. Stop that. Ah, okay. Hang on. Gotta try some things here. Okay, now there's 2 of them. I only want 1 of them while it tries to work itself out here. Okay, what are you doing, dude? I'll let it think about this for a second. What? on earth is going on? I think it's freaking out because we've got 2 of these. Clear that one. Now clear that. What on earth is it doing? Are we still freaking out? Yeah, you are. You're still, like, adjusting everything. What is this? Emergency lights disarm. What? So yeah, I don't know what's going on right now. But it's not good. Something is very, very wrong. I'll put the discontinuity back. Okay, this is very interesting. I don't know what it's doing. It's like the computer's trying to resolve an issue, but I can't see what the issue is it's trying to resolve. Yeah, that's very strange. Okay, well, I don't know. Did we do anything else we need to do over here? Oh, that's good. That's never filled in, right? No. Alright, we're just going to assume it's the same one. 230. And take off. Okay. Let's see. Flaps. I never found out what the normal flap setting is on this thing. This is the dial-a-flap system here. Probably do like flaps 15 maybe. That seems like a solid plan. So that's 15. And let's see, our winds right now here in at Bradley are supposed to be 190 at 8. So it's not quite a direct on, so it's probably going to be about 6 knot headwind thereabouts. So we'll say 6 H. I think that gives us, no, maybe it's H6. I can never remember what format it wants us in. Oh, you just want, okay. Do you just want 6? Yeah, apparently, okay. And then outside air temperature right now is 25 degrees C. 25 C. Boom. And there we got a V-seeds. All right. 132, 135, 141. Okay. This is the Boeing 717. Well, yeah, because I may be dead if we get nuked by North Korea. Oh, still, look at this. It is freaking the F out. Why? Wait. Only 24. Is that what it's deleting? Why is it putting a top of descent above runway 24 all of a sudden? I don't get what's going on here. Not allowed. That's all set correctly. I don't get what's going on here. From top of descent. I knew I should have just left out this stupid SID. Okay. Okay, we'll clear that. I can't clear that, and I can't edit it either. How would you change what runway you're going to take off from? There we go. Whoa. Yeah, it's like it's going back on whether or not it could even leave from this spot. I think once we get in the air and we get past this, I think we'll be fine. I think, yeah. So, alright. Yeah, okay. This is very odd. We're going to try and make it work, but it's very strange. I don't know what's going on. Never seen this before. Alright, 141 is our V2, so let's set our deal here. 156 V2 plus 15. Heading is going to be roughly 238, I believe, is runway heading. And we have our own ATC, so we're just going to set 10,000 as our initial. Okay. Goodness, goodness. Alright, so the MCDU is pretty much set up. Warning, takeoff. Do we have takeoff warning?
Stabilizer. Slats. Flaps. Brakes.
Got it. Alright. Takeoff warning is working. Let's see here. Where's the... Oh, there we go. One of these is the test button for this. Bentley the King just subscribed. Welcome aboard, sir. Welcome to the mayhem. Welcome to the chaos. Whoops. That's not what I want to do. Fire test. There we go.
Fire right engine. Fire left engine. APU fire.
Good deal.
Fire right engine.
Yeah, we get the point. Okay. Fire test is good. Alright. Okay. Oh, good grief. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and we need to brief the departure here. So let's go ahead and do that right quickly. So let me get over to my little sheet here. And I'm going to get the ATIS weather real quick, just make sure it matches what I've been hearing.
Airport information, Juliet, 19387 Zulu, wind 204 at 8, visibility greater than 20 miles, sky condition, ceiling 2,900, broken, temperature 252.18, altimeter 29901, ILS, runway 24 in use, landing and departing runway 24.
Okay, so yeah, so the weather is pretty much the same. It's moved a little bit. It's 204 now at 8, so it's just made it more and more likely for 24. So, okay, slaps. Yeah, good, nice. All right, so let's take a look at our weather real quick. Right now it's 204 at 8 knots, 10 mile visibility. Ceiling's 2,900 feet. Broken at 20,000 feet. Temperature's 25, dew point's 18, altimeter's 29901. And so we will be departing a normal departure on runway 24 here at Bradley. And you pull the chart back up here for Bradley real quick. KBDL. Alright. Why is this chart not right side up? There we go. Okay. Alright, so basically the way this goes is it's a Bradley 2 departure, which is basically just vectors out on runway heading. So it's heading 238 after departure, and vectors to our first waypoint, which is Chester CTR, which is going to be a right-hand turn to the north. We don't have ATC today, so we'll make that determination shortly after takeoff and head over that way. So that is the departure for that, at least. That's simple enough. Terrain in the area, the MSA for our direction of flight is 3,400 feet, minimum safe altitude, so we'll climb out pretty quick and avoid any terrain issues in that region. We'll try to be at, in fact, we'll probably try to climb to at least 3,000 before we make that right turn. So that'll be the plan. Let's see here. We've got no special notes for the takeoff. We're going to do a flaps 15 dial flap takeoff, standard cleanup procedure. If there's any problems on the takeoff before we reach V1, I will pull the throttles back and we will stop the aircraft. Anything after V1 will obviously continue. We will fly up to 4,000 feet given the MSA, and we will assess the situation from there, whether or not to return. If we need a return to an airport, we will return to Bradley, as it is plenty of options for us given our weight today. So that's going to be the plan. Fuel on board today is 16,200 pounds, which is adequate according to our flight plan for our flight today with regard to reserves needed. Flaps are going to be 15. Speeds today are 132 for V1, 135 for rotate, and 141 for VR. And we're going to shoot for 156 for V2 plus 15. Let's see here, and I think that is pretty much it. So, takeoff briefing complete, and I think we're ready to get underway at long last. Let's go through the checklist here real quick and just make sure this is all set to go, and then we'll button her up. Not that. No, not that either. Documents, checklist, plus it in. Alright. So, let's see. I think we've gone through all of those already. So, pushback. So, hydraulic pumps should all come on. Which, actually, they're on now. Yeah. So, hydraulic pumps are on. Fuel panel. Fuel panel. We don't have anything in the center, so it's just left and right. So, left and right pumps are all on. Transponder to alt on. We're going to set a generic code here, maybe. There we go, like that. And I don't know what alt on looks like, so let me. Can't see this. Alt off. Alt on. Okay. That's TA. Okay, so that's alt on. There we go. Okay. Alright, transponder to alt on. Ice protection. We don't need it. We will after start the windshield, any ice. Beacon needs to come on, which I think is this. It's hard to see without me knowing the aircraft that intimately. And the parking brake release pushback. So let's go ahead and call for our pushback. Request pushback departure. We're going to do nose to the right. And we're not going to start engines until... Here comes one, everybody. Coming into position. And we need to close some doors, now that I think about it. Come on. So we need to close that. We need to close that. We need to close that.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
And we'll take the wheel chocks and cones away. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to start the APU. That would help. So while he's getting us in position, we'll get this going here. Let's see. APU. I think we just do... Yeah, I think we just turn this on, right? Oh, no we don't. Never mind. Sorry. There we go. Alright, APU should now be starting up. That lonely shrimp. How's it going? Hopefully you're not so lonely anymore. Why did it say the emergency lights are disarmed, by the way? I thought we armed them. Oh no, we armed the emergency power. That needs to be... There we go, okay. I thought one of these would show me the APU startup, but... Oh no, there it is. Right there. Well, we wouldn't be able to start the engines if we'd forgotten the APU, so we would have known really well. You would think he would tear that gear off with that tug, I'll tell you. And I just missed somebody's joining. Oh, Officer Kevin K9. Thank you for subscribing, sir. Welcome aboard. Right, Tim? Yeah, no, I feel you. That was an excessively long pre-flight. Sorry about that. Alright, APU to on. And Stuart Cook, thank you for subscribing. Air on. I didn't even realize you were here, Tim. Of course, you probably posted in here somewhere and I just didn't see you. So, you know, there's that. Oh, I need to get rid of that too, by the way. Otherwise, people will yell at me. So, let's do that real quick. Let's see, it's this, 11. There we go. And that gets rid of that, and that. There we go. Okay, that'll make everyone happy. Okay, now that the APU is running and we have APU air, I think we're now good to go there. So, you may start the pushback now, sir. If you're not ready for the pushback, maybe you're not. Is there something else that I still have over here that's running that shouldn't be? Oh, yeah, duh. No, not that. It would help to remove. There we go. Now you can get us into position. Okay. Now he's going to finish up the thing. Okay. Yep, yeah, ground services. Alright. Yeah, the APU air and APU bleed are the same thing. You get the APU air from the APU bleed. How bright is this? It's kind of nice.
Departure check completed. Live has been inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Oh, Tim, you're right. We did. We killed somebody. I'm sure they appreciate the term ramp rat too, but that's not here nor there. Okay, so let's get our engine started here. So we need to packs will go off. Let's turn the isolations to auto. Bleeds are on auto. That's fine. And ignition to on. Right engine start. Yeah, I'll bet that's a huge fail to check right. I wouldn't have killed Juan, I would have killed one of his partners. He's safely in the tug. Alright. Fuel on to number 2. King Savage, how's it going, man? Big Brad, how's it going? It looks like Juan's doing a pretty good job thus far, which is good. There goes the starter. How many people can die? I would think none. settling down nicely. Let's go ahead and start number 1. Maybe. Why are we not starting number 1? What's going on there? What's happening? Yeah, what is happening? Packs are off. I did this exact same procedure earlier and there it goes. Nope. It's spooling back down. The heck? The air's on. The bleed's set to open. Set to auto. I tried it on open as well. It's not. Is not working. It just started the other engine a second ago. Turn the left bleed off. Let's see if that does anything. No. No. What? Oh, that jumped it up and then it like just died again. What the heck is going on here? Air isolation valve open. That's what it should be. Yeah, good idea. What's going... Oh, now it's... This stupid thing. It's got a mind of its own. Now it's working.
Set parking brakes.
So weird. Alright. Alright, coming up. That was very strange. I literally did it the exact same way earlier, and it worked just fine. That's funny. Yeah, so go back to auto. I'll turn the bleed back onto auto. Starter cut out. Let that finish coming up.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass being removed.
Alright, so after start is just the anti-ice, which we need the windshield anti-ice on. Turn the anti-fog on too, fine. And then we also need the air can come on for the passengers. That's set to auto. The air from the APU can go off.
Clear. Right is clear.
And we'll hit the generators on for the engines, and we'll kill the APU. Turn APU master off. Those are both on, yes. Good, okay. And we'll go ahead and hit the taxi light. Beacon's already on, that's fine. Okay, those guys turn off lights basically. Alright, there we go. Huzzah. Alright, taxi flaps need to come down to their position. Should be right there. Flaps 15. That's flaps 13. What part of... what the heck? It's clearly on 15. What is up with that? Because that's... Oh, that's 15. Oh, I didn't see the other detent. There's 13 and then... Interesting, okay. That's why I did that to me last time. Okay, that makes sense now. Oh, Ireland, huh? Nice. That's cool. Okay. And let's see. Flaps are set. lost my way. How did we get over here? Oh, taxi. Spoilers armed. Takeoff speeds are verified. Yes, they are. And stabilizer trim set, which should be 3.7. Bingo. All right. And then we'll get ready for port takeoff. Okay. Tuxing to the runway, which actually, no, not that we want to go this way now that I think about it. Where's my ground chart? Oh, no, yes we do. There we go. I knew there was a speed up there. And we're off to the races. What just, oh, dagnabbit. I always forget to do that, and it comes back and haunts me. Yeah, if I don't touch my rudder pedals before we start moving, it activates the brake the first time I touch them, which is really annoying. Let's see, config. Let's see if this stuff's all working. Shouldn't it? That's weird. Maybe it's because the flaps are down? I don't know. Range of motion's kind of inhibited. And it's stuck. Okay, well that clearly doesn't work. This thing's buggy today. My goodness. Said, sure you want to fly the 717? I'm gonna freak out. Apparently. Apparently. No, not MD-80. MD-80 cockpits do not look like this. The windows look like that, but no, this is a Boeing 717, which is basically the MD-95. Not to be confused with the MD-80. It's a newer avionics and a shorter aircraft. It's basically a newer version of the DC-9 is really what this is. Alright. See you, Kramer. Good to have you here. Yes, I am. Because I don't fly it very much, and so... How old is Moose? Yeah, again, if you don't see the command in there, it's not going to show up just by doing that. But I'll tell you how old I am. I'm 34. And Kramer can tell you too, apparently. It should be about an hour and a half, actually, now that we're about to be airborne. Get more followers. Oh yeah, someone wanted an outside view of this thing, so here you go. This is the 717. And the stuttering is real. Good grief. I notice that in Steam. I don't notice that in my box version. It's strange. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate it. Stuart, how's it going? David, how's it going? Thomas Morrison, good to have you here, man. Quagmire, alright. Yeah, I know, it's pretty fast. Part of it is this thing does that itself. It like once you get this thing moving, its idle speed is pretty. You gotta like ride the brakes otherwise. Who's actually a girl? I am not. Not actually a girl. My gosh, there is photographic evidence that I am not. You're from my amusement. That's true. It's basically what I'm here. Basically, it's the aviation clown. Who's like those crispy sausage? What? I don't even know what that means. Although sausage kind of sounds good. Kind of. Still practically... Well, no, it's 1 o'clock here now. Breakfast is over. I like how the exclamation point has turned into a hashtag, essentially. Yeah, we're on our way. So yeah, if you guys have not subscribed yet, I see we got 50 people watching right now. So if you have not hit that subscribe button yet, hit that subscribe button. And definitely hit that like button. We gotta get those likes up. We did not do very well with the likes yesterday. But we also had a very small crowd compared to what we normally have. So it was a Friday, and it was pretty early on a Friday. So that's to be understood. So... thank you, Tim. See that? Boom. Tax the hour fast I want. Yeah, Southwest I think is notorious for taxing pretty stinking fast because I think their pilots get paid for their actual flight time, not taxi and all that stuff. I think is what that is. So the answer to Baxter Cat's one is because I am. It's just that simple. All right. All right, we're gonna stop here and hold short for a moment while we make sure we're all configured, and then we will get underway. Rump. All right, let's take one last look here at our before takeoff checklist. Departure runway is verified. This is runway 24. Flaps are set to 15. Takeoff briefing has been completed. Brake temperatures are all within range, so we're good there. Brake temperatures are good. Let's see, flight controls are free and correct. EAD is, yep, good. When we release the brakes, it'll be green. Transponder to TARA. See, this one has transponder on it. That's nice. Alright, transponder to TARA. Let's hit traffic there, make sure we can see it. And landing lights to on and flight attendants notified. Oh, that's a good point. Flight attendants prepare for takeoff. There, they've been notified. They don't have much time, but you know, hey. Ignition can go back to auto. Start pump can go off. Landing lights can come on. And okay. Hydraulic transfer pump. Oh, that's right. It wants those aux and transfer pumps on for the takeoff. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, artichoke. We're good. Let's go. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Mr. Sandman. Alright. So I'm really curious if the autopilot, the FMS is going to let me continue my flight plan once we take off out of here. We'll see. Oof, country. The frame rates all of a sudden. Jeepers. Jeepers! Okay. Let's go auto flight. And accelerate. Eighty knots. A map here. V1. Rotate. Not upseas. Those trees. Oh my. And pause the rig. You're up. I like how my flight plan has gone away. It's a nice touch. Look at that. Oh, no, it's over there now. Okay. Oh, now it's blinking. What is with the blinking? Oh my gosh. Hey, we may have to hand fly this thing all the way to Detroit. That's going to be annoying. Let's get some acceleration going here. Pull the flaps up to 13. And there's flap retract. And we'll start our turn over towards CTR. Well, I don't think it was doing that because of the vectors. I've never seen it happen with vectors before. I think something else is going on. Which I'm not happy about. Slat retract. Soaring above the clouds. Ain't it beautiful?
Stabilizer motion.
Quiet, you.
Stabilizer motion.
Alright, let me see if I can get us direct to that now and see if it cooperates. I don't have a lot of confidence that it will, but yeah, see, it's this top of descent thing is jumping into here somewhere. That's what's screwing us up, and I don't know why.
Altitude. Stabilizer motion. Stabilizer motion.
Nose down, puppy. Alright, let's go ahead and bring this all the way up to 32. Yeah, let's bring us off though. Yeah, go over there.
Stabilizer motion.
Okay, so once it gets us on the course here, then I'm going to try messing with the autopilot and see if I can't figure out why it's blinking. If anyone else has any thoughts, I would love to hear them, but it's basically telling us it's inserting in a top of descent as our from, but it's been doing that since the beginning. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm doing. Getting us on course here so I don't have to pay as much attention to it. Step 1, fly the airplane. Aviate, navigate, communicate, in that order. No, not yet. 2992 happens at 18,000 feet in the United States. Okay. Is there a way to... Oh, it's just for that. I'm curious... Well, no, because it's top of descent. Let's see what happens when it passes our first actual waypoint as opposed to vectors. I think it's not going to change anything, but let's find out. Yeah, I did. It was 2991. So it's practically the same thing. Landing lights can go off at this point. And we're above the clouds enough. We'll turn off seatbelts on. That's off. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time you're free to move about the cabin, and but please keep your seatbelts fastened in case of any turbulence we may encounter unexpectedly. Enjoy the rest of your flight. Even over there's the switch. Yeah, so you switched this over from CTR to cam, but it's still see, it's interjecting this weird top of descent business. So if I do direct to cam, well, see, it doesn't even like that. Stop that. CAM. What? Cam? What? Yeah, that's what I don't understand. What are you trying to do? Okay. Good. Not database. Yeah, I don't. That doesn't seem to be functioning correctly. Something is screwy here, and destination runway 27 right. Well, that's not right. What the heck? Maybe that's what's going on. Visualization. It says KTDW. Really? Why? Rogue altitude in the star. Okay. It's going to be hard to find because they're always jumping around on me. 7,000. Well, here's where it starts freaking out, right here. Check this out. This might be our problem. Yeah, it's all over the map. Let's just set 280 slash, no, dang it. 80 slash 100. Why are you Ah! Ah, did that solve our problem? Oops, other way. Ah, it did. Hard to do. Good advice, Tim. Good advice. Alright, now we get back on course. And get the nav plugged back in. Will Ramos is trying to get my attention. Okay. Oh. Hey, Will. Sorry, I was battling my flight computer here. It's funny. Okay. Do they use 2.7 left, Tim, or just not none of the 2.7s at all? And back to nav mode. So, what were you trying to say, Will? Because all I see is the moose. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, we got our flight computer sorted out, I think. Let's see how this thing reacts. It's trying to get us back on the course, I think, is what's happening. Let me decrease the range here so I see what's going on here better.
Stabilizer motion.
Okay. Well, alrighty then. Then we will switch that up. So, okay. Let me look at the winds expected over there again, and we got plenty of time to change, so. Oh, okay. Well, hello, Will. Good to have you back. Oh, it's NASCAR weekend, huh? You can tell I don't follow NASCAR. I would have known that. Yeah, Quagmire, you should probably find both those things if that's what you're craving. I'm gonna need to get myself a dew here in a second because this aircraft took it out of me. All right, let's go do some flight planning here. Hi, gamer fellow. How's it going, man? Let's see, weather. Oops, that's not what I want. Well, that's helpful, but that's not what I want. Just pulled up mine. That's cool, but. Okay, current conditions at Detroit right now is 280 at 10. So see, it would be perfect to use 2.7 because I don't know if the weather radar. Oh, I guess it would help turn it on if it works.
Monitor radar display. Go around. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead.
I like how he gets like progressively more adamant. Wind shear ahead! Wind shear ahead! I love it. Okay, that's funny. Will you find the track and get on it? My gosh. This plane is like weaving through the sky. Yeah, the test works. Alright. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, weather should be relatively okay. I was looking at just in general, it looks pretty good. Yeah, a guy gets fired up. Yeah, nav mode selected. We're on nav 1. It just... Oh, there we go. Now we're finally getting on. It took you forever to figure that out. Oi, okay. Is this, okay, so that's old weather. Alright, well, given the fact of what the weather is doing, let's figure out KDTW. Shudder to try and touch this again. Okay. Well, if we're not going to use 2.7, then the next logical... It's really just cutting straight across the runway, so it really doesn't matter too much. It's 2.8.
Altitude.
Hello, Tornado Power. No, that was a test of wind shear ahead. That wasn't an actual wind shear ahead. Anyway. Okay, so I'm thinking... Yeah, so we'll come in on 2-1. And probably 2-1 right, since that's the side we're coming from. What, is 2-1 not used either? Should be long enough for us. Well, yeah, so 2-1 right would work, because 2-1 left and 2-1 right, or 2-1 left would be the outboard runway, and then 2-1 right would be the inboard. Makes sense to me. Alright, Will, we'll see you later, man. Alright, oh gosh. Are we doing this again? Or did just... Oh, we just switched. Just looked down as it changed waypoints. I thought I was freaking out again. Okay, so let's go ahead and plan for 2-1 right, and so I'm going to look at the approach plate for that. If I can find it. Maybe. What the heck? Oh, maybe that's why he said don't use 2-1 right. I see 2-1 left. I see 2-2 right. Wow, there's no info here for 2-1 right. Okay, on second thought, 2-2 left it is. Listen to Tim the first time. Alright. Go figure, that's weird. Alright, so the initial approach fix is Macomb at or above 8,000. Or above 8,000, rather, if I can read. Alright, so... this is going to be fun. Let's see here. No, that's not what I want. Where's Buff? Star, yes, that is correct. We're going to change the runway to 22 left, right? Yes. Insert Macomb, good, okay. Why don't I see Macomb on here? Spica, Reich, Veneer, Whitaker, and then Rogue. Rogue is not one of these. What's going on here? What did you do? Oh, what is going on with this thing? You had it correct in here. What is going on? Buff. Star. 22. Yes. Insert that. Transition Macomb. Oh, there we go. I had to actually click it. Okay. I don't know what Rogue and Hula are. Oh, no, they are on there. Okay, I didn't see them a second ago. Okay. Good deal. There we go. Now we're back to normal. Macomb at plus 8,000. Good, that's correct. Yay! Okay, progress. Destination ETA 0104. It is currently... Where's my clock? I never remember where the dang clock is in here. It's 2026. So... Wait, what? No, it's not. Well, that's not right. Why would our estimated time arrival be in like 4 hours? Oh, time en route. I'm reading that wrong. ETE and ETA are two different things. Note to self. Okay, so we're about an hour away. Oh, goodness. Goodness, 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 goodness. Does anyone know what they call what thing? The FMC? Or the FMS, or however you want to call it? The chronometer? No, yeah, that's a clock. That would be here, essentially. Essentially. Alright, I need to look at the 717 manual here and see... Hey, go to that. I want to go to there. I'll take off. Let's see what it says. After auto flight, yeah. Cruise. Okay, so above 10. Whoops. That one. So above 10,000 feet, these guys go off apparently. Ooh, it's a fun-looking cloud. Yes, I do know the game Flight Sim World. It's the replacement for what I'm flying right now that's still in early access by Dovetail. Well, I think I'm going to keep the... Put these up to 18 for the arrival. I think that's what I will do. Okay, so there... We may just be skirting it, barely. Doesn't show up that far out, okay. Oh, maybe it will. No, stop that. Alright. We're flying the Boeing 717. How would I describe it? Well, it's fun. It's a good group of people, and it's at the same time fairly laid back. And by that I mean we have enough structure to keep people that really like structure engaged, but we have enough freedom to where you're not so locked in. Like, if a good example of the extreme opposite of us would be like virtual British Airways. If you go look at their site and their requirements. It's cool and it's very well simulated, but it's very rigid, and some people love that. Some people really, buff against that. So we tend to err on the side of, hey, it's at the end of the day, it's a hobby. It's supposed to be fun. So we try and give you guys options. We do require you to fly a certain number of hours before you can fly certain aircraft and things like that. But as far as where you want to fly, your routings and your schedules and stuff like that. It's a lot more open and loose. So, got a lot of hubs, which is a little unrealistic, but it gives you a lot of options. And then, but then you can fly, wherever you want. Even, you're still like, I'm stationed at LAX, but I'm flying on the East Coast right now. I mean, obviously, I'm not flying for Westwind at the moment, but we flew for Westwind the other day, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, anyway, so if that helps. I was just going to say, check it out. It's flywestwind.com is the URL. Flying through a bit of weather here. I'm gonna. Folks, we're entering some areas of turbulence, so I'll go ahead and switch on the seatbelt sign for the time being. Please return your seats and fasten your seatbelts at this time. Thank you. So yeah, you got some options. Makes it nice for people, I think, and it's a really good group of people. The executive staff, myself included, obviously, there's a really good group of guys, and it's fun chatting with them. So, yes, we support all current sim platforms: X-Plane, FSX, P3D. Yeah, if it flies planes, then you're good to go. You may be a little more limited in what repaints there are depending on the sim you're using, just because it's based on what people have been able to paint. But there are a number of repaints for X-Plane out there for Westwind, so yeah, not a problem. Yeah, no, it comes back to the. Oh, sorry, should we use the word rough air, Tim? Is that the the appropriate standard? Real PC word to use. What do you call it? Yeah, the number of hubs has been a kind of a going back and forth argument amongst management. There's those that would like us to close down at least half of them, and then there's the other arguments like, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix, and that kind of stuff. So P3D is coming along, and I got Chase Plane installed, and so I'm getting that configured because I need a camera system to be able to do like I do with EasyDock, because my version of EasyDock doesn't work with prepared for version 4. So okay, what do you call it, Tim? Because on their safety video, on Delta safety video, it says if we encounter rough air. So. Ladies and gentlemen, we're flying through some fluffy, marshmallowy movements. Please fasten your seatbelts. Do not be alarmed. Yeah, guys, let's get those likes up. We gotta get up to 100. At least get up to 50, but it'd be nice to get that up to 100 today. So hit that like button if you don't mind. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Head to flyer CJ, something like that. We need to study the CJ. It's well, it's a pretty basic test. It's basically just you're flying a check ride. It's a mission check ride, which actually that's a good point. I don't know how that works with. I haven't been in the training side of things in a while, so I'm not sure how they do that with X-plane. Washboard. What does that even mean? If I heard some pilot come on and say we're going through a washboard at the moment, I would freak out. I wouldn't know what the heck that meant. Unsteady air. There's no such thing as steady air. It's air. It's, by its very definition, it's not steady. It's not solid. People crack me up. People and their inability to understand simple terms. Not you, Tim. I'm referring to the mass public that you fly and that your airline forces you to coddle. Anyway. Anywho. What's DVA? Oh, Delta Virtual. I don't know. I don't fly for Delta Virtual, so I'm just flying a Delta plane today. But I don't fly for their airline. Sasha, how's it going, man? Welcome aboard. Thank you for subscribing. Nope. Not referring to air. And when flying. When flying, I always heard referred to as turbulence or rough air on pretty much all the air carriers. And Delta specifically referred to it as rough air when I was potholes, potholes in the sky. Referred to as rough air on my flights to and from Bradley. So we are heading currently to Detroit Metro, and we are about 58 minutes from landing, according to my Navicomputer. Aviation alphabet terms for airports. You're talking about the ICAO codes, but said phonetically, like Alpha Bravo Charlie Whiskey. Yeah, DTW is one of Delta's homes. I am the director of aircraft. The official term is the executive vice president of aircraft, but that basically just means I'm in charge of aircraft. I used to be the IT guy many moons ago, and I'm also the Los Angeles hub manager. But we have a different guy running IT now named George from the UK who is much more skilled at it than I am, so he can have it. It's the front of the page of the PA, yeah. I'm just going to do some loop-de-loops. This is the Boeing 717. Which you might think looks immensely like a DC-9, and you would be correct, because it's basically the updated version of the DC-9. It's the MD-95, which Boeing renamed the 717 when they bought McDonnell Douglas. So there you have it. The responsibilities, I'm in charge of making sure, well, the aircraft job at this point basically comes down to I kind of handle the repaint stuff. That doesn't mean I repaint everything, but it means I'm in charge of, there's some other volunteers that do. I'm in charge of making sure the paint standards are met and followed. I can add or remove aircraft from the fleet at my will, and things like that. Thanks, Cargo Flyer. My beacon is not off. Beacon is on. Now it's off. It's very confusing, I know, with the dark lights. The important stuff are dark, and then the kind of more optional lights are actually this high intensity should be on at this point. Are blue, so it kind of gives the impression that they're off. But now, if they're not showing up out here, I don't know. Now, see, it's blinking. It's just not very, very obvious. Do some stalls. They're not very dramatic. It just, the nose is just going to drop. And then recovery. Yeah, stalls really aren't very dramatic. Unless it's an unrecoverable, uncontrolled, like, stall or something or other. But those are few and far between. And usually it doesn't happen unless you're fighting against the stall like you're not supposed to. Yeah, I got the link you sent me. I did see that this morning, so I'll start perusing through that. Thank you for that, for the advance of that. That will be most helpful. Hub manager, really, there's not much to do aside from just making sure the pilots in the hub are taken care of as far as if they have issues that crop up with their hours or whatever it is. I have an assistant as well, and so he kind of takes care of the hub reports for the month. So, yeah, there's really not much to do as far as a hub manager assignment. We send a welcome letter to new pilots when they show up and things like that, so. NAT planning charts, I don't know that I do. I think I've seen them available through through one of the VATSIM links. I found them before online somewhere. And so I was going to this week start looking through and make sure I could find those to find the current NAT tracks and stuff. Because, yeah, I'll need those for the crossing. But, yeah, I've done it before with something, and I'm pretty sure it was a site that had the current NAT tracks for the day published that I could access that way. But if you got something you like, feel free to send it my way. I will definitely take a look at it. There may be something in Navigraph too. I don't know. I haven't looked in regards to that yet. I'll check Navigraph too and see what's there. We flew to Fresno. It's in one of the videos. From a little farther back, it was a triple airport day. We flew from, where did we fly from? I don't remember now. We flew to San Francisco from somewhere. That might have been Las Vegas. Was that Vegas or LAX? I don't remember. We flew to San Francisco. We stopped in Frisco, and then we flew back over to Fresno. And in fact, I think we did that in the 717, if I recall correctly. Maybe. Was it this aircraft? Might have been. So yeah, I'll definitely fly in there again. It's my airport, but it'll be a while because like I said, we're getting ready to cross the pond and we'll be in Europe for quite a while. So. Okay, so it was LAX. I just don't remember. It's been a while, but yeah, that sounds about right. It could have been. It was 717, okay. Good, my memory's not completely shredded. That's good. Speaking of shredding the memory, not that this really does that, I'm going to step away from the cockpit for just a second because I need to, one, turn on my air conditioner because it's stinking hot in here, and two, I need a Mountain Dew. So, stand by, guys. I will be right back. And we're back. Okay. Yeah, it was getting warm in here, so we gotta deal with that. This will be good though. Oh, yummy. Okay. That's good stuff. I didn't cancel 787 orders. There is no, we don't have a good model of a 787 right now. When Quality Wings comes out, we will be adding that to the fleet. VHAM is VHJ, is that Hong Kong? That's a long stinking flight. Holy crap. That is a really long flight. Yeah, no, I have not. I have not seen. I just looked at our website the other day. It still just says summer, so I do not know. Oh, Tim sent me something. What did Tim send me? Ooh, nice. Looks like charts. Sweetness. I guess open the app. Fine. Ah, ooh, very nice. Is your advert here? That's funny. Yeah, there might be a version of this on Navigraph. I seem to recall seeing this before, but we'll see. But great, that's awesome. If not, I've got a backup plan. Cheap paper planning charts. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Tim. Oh, Airsoft's doing the 330? That's cool. Someone needs to do a good 340. That would be nice. And I'm really surprised someone hasn't done a 380 yet with how much everybody wants that thing. But whatever. Minecraft Player, thank you for subbing to me. I appreciate that. If it didn't pop up on screen, it may be because your subs are set to private. So, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. Alright. Who is the someone that's doing an A380? Project Airbus did? Oh. Matt Davies is a streamer. He's not an aircraft designer. At least last time I checked. That's like saying I'm doing an A380. You wouldn't want an A380 that I designed. It would not be good. That is not my skill. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Alright. Well, I did not know that. About 50 minutes from arrival in Detroit. Plugging along. Is Snart Ogart good? I don't know what that is. I do not know what that is. Tim, the link you just sent me just says NARC FAA, which makes me think of something else is going on. But that's awesome. Whoa! Holy moly. Whoa. That's a lot of stuff. That's cool. Man. I assume NARC stands for North Atlantic Route Chart or something like that, probably. Church and Farrell Productions. Hello. Haven't seen you in a while. John S., how's it going? Yeah, very busy PDF. It's okay if you miss streams. That's it's called life. The whole point of this is it's like TV. You know, you watch when you can, if you want to. So it's all good. It's all good in the hood. Gemini Jets, I did not know. What do you mean making it first? First before what? Carlos, welcome back. How far out are we from our top percent? No idea. At least 106. Oh, right about 160. There it is. Okay. Alright, so we get a little closer. We'll start getting ready for our approach brief. Can you do an inside view? Well, we are inside. What are you talking about? Inside. You mean in the cabin? Because I don't have a view of the cabin now. When will you land? When that number reaches 0. So right now it says 39. So about 40 minutes. Why you no land yet? Because we no arrive at airport yet. I don't know what that is, Talha Malik, so I can't answer your question. Well, I appreciate that, Sasha. No, this is not VATSIM. This is, we're not flying with, I have a traffic on here, but we're not using, although supposedly they're on here. I haven't seen any. So maybe they're not. They're supposed to be turned on. No. Because I don't know what I'm saying, and that makes me nervous. Yeah, I keep seeing you say that, Sasha. Just 'cause I'm not repeating it doesn't mean I don't see it. You're watching on your mobile phone, huh, John? Awesome for you. Incredible, yeah. Yeah, you kind of have to have a good computer if you're gonna play flight simulators. It takes a toll. Oh, nice! That's awesome. Oh, you mean like a multiplayer flight? Is that what you're referring to? Yeah, we can do that again at some point here. Don't be nervous. It's a lesson, so they assume you don't know anything. So you'll be fine. Flying really is quite simple. I mean, once you can feel the aircraft, that's the real disadvantage with a sim like this, is I have no feedback. I mean, aside from visual cues, so you can't feel the aircraft. It's the difference between driving in a real car and driving in a simulator. If you can't feel the car and how it's reacting to what you're doing, you feel like you're controlling another entity differently. When you can feel the car, you kind of become symbiotic with the car in some sense. It becomes an extension of your body, and so it's a lot easier to do, and that's why driving in a simulator with no response, like a non-motion type simulator, really doesn't give you the full picture. And so if you can do well without the response and feedback, you can actually do a lot easier with the response and feedback. So, but you'll do fine. You'll be great. Well, that should be nice, Carlos. Awesome. Be careful around a truck. Nice. Oh, your internet is out. That's sad. Well, don't spend all your data. Landing optional. Windows XP. Oh goodness. Oh, yeah, that's the min specs. Don't go off those. If you use the minimum specs, you will not have a good simulator experience. I tell people use the recommended specs as the minimum specs. That would be my advice. I feel like they used to, but even that, force feedback doesn't really give you... It's just vibrating things. It's not really... You're not feeling the aircraft. You're not feeling the forces on you. You're not feeling... That's what I'm referring to. Force feedback really is nothing more than giving you some interesting vibrations at certain times to simulate something happening. I've never really been into force feedback for that very reason. It doesn't really do anything for me. Nothing that I need. Just awkwardly vibrates my controller when I'm not expecting it. The B-52 has 8. There are 4 pods with 2 engines in each. Well, Airbus doesn't have a yoke. Well, the Airbus A300 has a yoke, but everything after that is a side stick. So I prefer the Boeing. I prefer a yoke over a side stick, personally. I have no idea what the year was. Well, I believe its normal flight ceiling is 41,000 feet, but can it go higher than that? Yeah, probably. How much higher? I do not know. I have a custom-built machine, so if you type in specs to NightBot, it'll tell you. Yeah, you won't see any 747s flying commercially going past 41 generally. That's generally the top of the limit for them. Nice. Are you flying, is that on El Al or is that on one of the other carriers? Oh, well, there you go. HTG stands for heading. There you go. Oh, United. Okay, nice. trying to get dragged off the plane. Oh. Our winds changed all of a sudden. Just hear the engine spool down all of a sudden. Going, what's going on? Oh, because we're suddenly going too fast. Weather in Detroit when I checked last, and someone might beat me to it here. Oops. Last time I checked, weather in Detroit was 280 at 10s, 10-mile visibility, scattered at 4,500, broken at 6,000, temperature 26, dew point 14, altimeter 2996. And let me see if that has changed. Yes, it has. Current winds are now 320 at 12, gusting to 23, visibility 10, broken at 4,500, broken at 6,500, temperature 26, dew point 15, 2996. Tim, where'd you get that METAR report just now? Because the one I'm looking at from the FAA... Actually, no, sorry, mine's aviationweather.gov here. It says very different than that. The RAT is a ram air turbine that deploys in the event of engine failure to provide electrical power via a turbine in the airstream. Oh, yours came from Active Sky? I wonder what my Active Sky says. Maybe it just hasn't updated yet. Conditions. KDTW. No, mine says what I just read out. 320 at 12, gusting 23. This is a Boeing 717, or MD-95, before Boeing renamed it. What did I have for lunch? I haven't had lunch. I just had breakfast. And then I've been hanging out with you fine people, so I have not had lunch. I'm starving myself for you, my fans. Top of descent is getting closer. We're at 80 miles, which means at this point is when I want to start planning my arrivals here. So, and the wind is now at 3.2. I'm thinking maybe we want to land on runway 3 instead of... In fact, yeah, I think I do. Or runway 4, I guess it would be 4, right? Yeah, because it's angling to start becoming a tailwind. It's still very much a crosswind, so I guess it, in some sense, it doesn't really matter. There you go. There's the correct METAR. I don't know my height in centimeters, unfortunately. I can tell you I'm 6 feet, so you can convert. But if you're also only 11, I'm 34, so I should be taller than you. Kings of the Sky, how's it going, man? Justin, how's it going? I work at a church called Campus Bible Church, just south of Fresno State. Hot Air Plane, welcome back. Brady Thompson, how's it going, man? My favorite add-on plane is the Boeing 747-400 by PMDG, the version 3. Because that's also my favorite plane, and so it works out that way. I don't think you hit the bottom of this. Yeah, I am. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that, Kings of the Sky. You can buy the 737-800 if you want the really nice one by PMDG. Then you can go to pmdg.com and buy it from them. That's a study level sim. That's the one I would recommend. Now it is more expensive because it's study level, but so yeah, that's true. True, Tim. What was the? I had 22 left up here. What's the actual hitting? 216. Yeah, so it's basically 21. Well, it's right in between. Yeah. Well, in LAX the same way. They use 2.4 and 2.5. Hey, DFW spotters, how's it going, man? Good to see you again. Yeah, we're getting close, Kyle. We're getting close to the switch. Well, it won't be a complete switch. I'll still be coming back to this to fly things I don't have for P3D, but so yeah. My number equals close enough for government work. Yeah, exactly. We're cruising at 32,000 feet. 320. PDMG, yeah, PMDG. PM, Papa Mike Delta Golf, not PDMG. That will not work. All right, Brian. Yeah, so I've said already we're going to Europe. Looks like next Saturday. That's the hop across the pond, and then we'll be in Europe for quite a while. And of course, that'll be streamed. Absolutely. All right, we're coming up on top of descent, so we need to get this ready to go here. So, okay, let me focus on this for a moment. Oops, too far back. Alright, so we need the MSA for this, or MDA rather, is 840. And I gotta remember where I set that. Is that moving? Barrow, good deal. Not that really mattered. Okay. 3,000 is our thing there before the star. Let's see. Let's see. Expect 12,000 for jets. So I set that to 12. And speed restrictions, no. Okay. Vector altitude 28 to 800 MSA. Extra Cat, what's Jason doing? Sorry, I didn't see the comment. Is he posting my address again? Oh yeah, nice. I don't know that Jason. Well, maybe he does. I don't know. I don't know a Jason. At least I don't think I do. He may have just gotten clever with white pages or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of rude to do that. Yeah, thank you, Baxter Cat, for taking care of that. Or Kyle, whoever deleted that. And Kyle deleted it, I guess, yeah. So yeah, thank you. Let's see here. So we got that. Do that too. Let's see, 40. VRF 135, okay. Okay, so that's set. And do we have the radios? Bus, of course. Just go in here. Two left. 110.7. /216. And missed approach is DXO. Okay. And that's 113.4. What format error? It's right to me. Well, this is done. Oh, okay, fine. Go figure. Alright, so approach briefing. Let's go ahead and take care of that. We are going to be descending down into the Detroit area. Current weather, as we checked last, is... let me pull it back up here so I can see it. Winds currently are 320 at 12, gusting to 23 knots. Visibility is 10 miles or better. Sky condition broken at 4,500, broken again at 6,500. Temperatures 26, dew point 15, altimeter 2996. So that's what we'll set once we get down to past transition altitude. So given that is the weather, we are going to be landing on runway 22 left at Detroit. The ILS runway 22 left. Frequency is 110.7 and the runway heading is 216. Missed approach requires us to fly straight ahead on the 215 radial from the DXO VOR, which is Detroit VOR, which I have tuned as a backup into the FMC here. Add it to an altitude of 4,000 and proceed direct to Hewler, at which is a hold at that point. So if we need to go around, that's what we will do there. We're starting our descent now, looks like. Our MDA, our minimum descent altitude, is going to be 840, which I have set here under Barrow. And our initial approach altitude is going to be 3,000 to the initial approach fix of Rogue. Our initial, our first fix on the approach is going to be Macomb, which is 8,000, above 8,000 feet. For the star itself, we're going to be taking the Spica arrival, which basically requires us to be at Spica, expect 12,000 feet at Spica. And that's the only altitude or speed restriction that I see on the chart. The MSA for the area is 2,800. So we will make sure we're mindful of that for our procedures there. Let's see, what else am I needing to talk about here? We're going to use full flaps, flaps 40 for the arrival, and the setting here is going to be our V approach is 140, VREF is 135 for that. And let's see here. And then for when we get to the airport itself, when we get down the ground, when we pull that chart up, we'll talk about how to get to the terminal. So landing on runway 22 left, we're going to be probably pulling off on, I would hope, Yankee 4, Yankee 3 probably at the latest. And that will take us to, then we'll take Yankee up, cross runway 9 left, and then we'll take Victor, we'll do a right at Victor over to the terminal area, and then up on Bravo will take us actually into the terminals themselves. Okay, and that is going to be our plan thusly. Briefing complete. Oh, goodness. This is interesting. That was where you put top of the what? Yeah, okay, well, that was interesting. It's the second time it's done this to me. This is goofy. Okay. Well, Tim, what terminal is the, what's the Delta terminal at, in DTW, do you know? Of course, that may not matter for, you know, how FSX simulates it. It'll be the, oh yeah, sorry, it'll be the north terminal is what I'm aiming at. Oh, you're in the south terminal? Okay, well that'll change our plan a little bit. So if we're going to the south terminal, then actually if we take off Yankee 4, Yankee 3, we will just go straight through to... you said South Terminal A. Look at that here. Yeah, so we'll take Yankee 4 to Kilo, and then Kilo up to, what is it, Uniform? And Uniform will take us up to the A gates. So that'll be our plan. Yeah, so we got it. We changed it. So yeah, we won't go north. We'll go that way. And this is see that earlier. Okay, we should have planned that better. Oh well. We'll make it work. What is going on here? Flight plan. Whitaker to Macomb. Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay, well, maybe that'll work out nicely. We'll see. I don't memorize you guys by your profile pics. I memorize you guys by your name, so that won't matter. The shaking camera is part of Easy Dock. Easy Dock camera. Or as people who are unexperienced with it, ES-Dock. Which cracks me up. Alright, we need to set our barrow here to, whoops, I was going the right way, 2996. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're starting our final descent into the Detroit area. Please make sure you are in your seats with the seat belts fastened, your tray tables in their full upright position, and locked position rather. And flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for landing at this time. Said add drag, so you thrust the thrust levers forward. That makes no sense. Or remove drag. Now you want to remove the drag. Okay, fine. Make up your mind. Like your kneecaps. What are you doing with the aircraft? Yeah, I'm trying to maneuver it to get down in speed and altitude here because stupid things. I thought we were farther out with regard to the top of the descent, but no. Because it did some weird little maneuver here, and so I missed that in the flight plan for the thing. That's my bad, and that's on me. Which is really a direct result of the flight plan being stupid until we got to altitude. So, didn't catch that. Oh well. Oh well. Slats out. Now we have time to make sure this is not ABQ repeat, so. Oh hey, I think that's is that Ford Field down there? Might be. I don't know what the top of it looks like, so, but it's enclosed, so it could be. Well, we're already up here by the base of this thing, so we're just gonna end around it. It gives us a chance to lose altitude, which for some reason is not happening at the moment. Hey. Down, please. Oh, yeah, true. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. This is 2006, yeah.
Stabilizer motion.
That banking goes fine. We're under 30. Those are the limits right there. Yeah, it is. It's taking me in this end around thing that it created me on this weird fix thing, which is dumb, but that's okay. All right, 10,000 feet. Landing lights on. Flaps to 13. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm not one of those people that has school. Oh man, the weather's killing my frame rates.
Stabilizer motion.
Haha! Yeah, I know they do. Flaps coming to 18. Speed brake armed. Auto brake in this thing? I don't remember. I don't know where it is.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Gear's coming down.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Gear down, 3 green. Flaps are 25. Runway in sight. Flaps 40. Nice. Yeah, we're going to kill the automation here in a little bit. I'm just going to get us on approach here. Oh, the frame rates are absolutely killer at the moment. Good grief. Yeesh. Yeah, I was thinking about the auto brakes a second ago, and I don't recall where they are. Which is awesome, I know. Yeah, they're not. Oh, it's cross feed. Yeah, I don't see auto brakes, so we're just going to do it manually. Oh, good grief, the frames. Jeepers. Overhead panel, you said? So let's see if it's there. Methinks not. Yeah, I'm thinking no. Yeah, thanks, Tim. Alright, I'm going to stop looking for it then. It wasn't on the checklist either for RTO, so I'm guessing it doesn't exist in the TFDI at least. I would think it's... yeah, maybe it's not in the actual one, but who knows.
Autopilot.
Alright, my controls. What's that crosswind? Ooh, the frames got better, that's nice. Let's not aim for the taxiway. Let's not do a Harrison Ford here. We have basically a straight crosswind, about 20 knots almost. Got some right rudder input going on here.
$1,000.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
I know. Calm yourself.
$500. $400. $300. $200. $100.
Sink rate.
50. 30. 20.
Oh,
Sink rate. Glide slope.
that was bad.
Glide slope.
Ooh, bouncy, bouncy. That was a poo landing. Oh my gosh. Okay, now it doesn't work really. Hey, both reversers, please. There we go. Oh, that was not my best work. This thing likes to float like nobody's business until suddenly it doesn't. Goodness. Yeah, thanks. They call me Tigger. We're bouncy, 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 fun, 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 fun. Alright, coming off here at Yankee. This looks like Yankee 4, like I predicted, which is good. Awesome. We got some floating buildings over there, some Illuminati confirmed sightings over here. Let's see, lightning lights come off. I do want the taxi light to stay on though. High intensities can come off. Go up here to Kilo. We gotta get around here because these are Charlie gates, I believe, that we're looking at right here. The A gates are behind them. I'm gonna go around this way. Casey Winter, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard. Yeah, I can't help you there, Simon. I don't know what the heck your problem could be. If you're using it with the box edition, though, of FSX, could be part of your problem, because I had nothing but problems with the box edition, but using it with Steam, it worked pretty great, so not sure what your issue is there, though. Because I'm not talking to Tower. I'm giving up with stupid FSX controllers. Now, what I don't know is how well FSX has modeled this airport. So we'll see what happens here. It could be interesting. Let's turn the weather radar off, by the way, so we don't radiate people. And we need to turn the traffic off to just the regular mode. Neck. This is what I was afraid of, because I think yeah, see, there's supposed to be... Oh, this is the A terminal. I was seeing that, yeah. So it should be here somewhere, but clearly it's not, so... Are there gates on this side too? Looks like there must be, so let's find out. Bring the flaps up while we're at it too. That does not bode well. Okay, stand by. Which means FSX did not model the A gate correctly. It's not in the right place. So, who knows what they call it. Let's try a different A gate and just see. Nope. Okay, let's try a different letter. Let's try B. Said by A75. How does it even go that high? Oh, it does. Alright, let's see if that works. Haha! Nice call, Tim. Look at that. Alright. Of course, now we're we're in the wrong spot. Alright, stand by. Let's turn this sucker around. Bat turn. A little differential braking, which overpowered the engine. Well, yeah, and that's fine, Tim, except that in FSX, there's no way to know what the gates they modeled are, and if they line up with the real. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and I find most times they don't. So, even looking at an actual chart doesn't help. I can know where I'd like to go, but then I put it into FSX, and they go, yeah, that's over there. Okay, well, that's wrong, but okay. So... a lot of times what I'll do is look at a airport diagram for FSX in the airport design editor before the flight, but I have to do that before the flight. And if I run out of time, then that's the thing that gets left behind, which happened today because I was fighting with something else. I don't remember what. So, but yes, your point is taken, Tim. Here's our gate. Why is the FBI going to be seeing me at the gate? Or seeing someone at the gate? I think we're stopping there, buddy. No, we're already... Is that going to connect? Yes. Alright, parking brake set. And we're going to switch over to the APU gen there. Turn off those generators. Packs can stay on. And cut the engines. Beacon can come off. Taxi light should have already gone off. Passenger signs can come off. Aux pumps can come off. And APU air needs to be on. For the passengers. And those guys can go off. That should be off. Oh. No, that was off. It's confusing. Alright. Oh. Thought I pulled the flaps all the way. Oh well. Not much. Okay. You're still coming in. Okay. Did you not notice my engines are shut down? Apparently not. Okie dokie. Artichokey. Alright, well, we have arrived. That is connecting. Ground services don't think we've arrived for some reason, even though usually when you shut the engines off, they go, okay, wherever you are, we're fine. Whatever. Let's pull out the ground power unit here. And cones, wheel chocks. Open the doors. Open the doors. Get an air unit going here too. We can get the APU off. And turn that on. Go ahead and kill that. External power, we can kill the APU. And we turn the fuel pumps off. So we need to leave the right pump on for the APU, I believe. Engine bleeds can come off. This can go to open. Anti-fog, anti-ice can come off. Nav stays on. Emergency lights, we'll disarm those. And dome on. Alright. What do you know? We made it. Barely. Oh, goodness. Okay. Yeah, that's the fun of heavy crosswinds and an airplane that wants to float. We tiggered that landing like nothing. So, oh well. Well, hey, thanks for coming along with us. Someone asked next time I'm going to be streaming. The next time will most likely be Wednesday, because I'm taking a break from Sundays for a while just to give me a chance to breathe, which is nice for me. So Wednesday will be the plan. There shouldn't be any car selling nonsense to keep me from doing that this time. So, Logan, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard. And so we've got 2 more flights before the cross the pond. We're going to do Wednesday and we're going to do Friday. We're here in Detroit, so I don't know where we're going to go Wednesday. There's a couple possibilities, but wherever it is, we'll go from wherever we go on Wednesday. We'll go from there to JFK on Friday, and that way that'll set up the cross the pond for Saturday. Saturday's plan will be cross the pond to Heathrow from New York. So yeah. Thanks, Tim. Yeah, no, that was my bad. We did the arrival brief, but we waited till top of descent, and top of descent was wrongly planned by the thing, so it screwed us up. So we'll make sure we check where top of descent is from now on. Make sure it's in there correctly, because that would have been an easy catch early on. So, alrighty. So thanks all for coming along. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I will see you guys on Wednesday for another flight to somewhere. We'll see where we go. I don't know. Could be anywhere. Well, in the United States anyway, more than likely. I don't think we're going to go to Canada. We might, but yeah, who knows. So, alright, from Detroit, this is the Flying Moose saying see you next time. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you Wednesday. Bye-bye.